10,000 tick second entry.
Pandas. Good morning, my pandas. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you guys can join us. Hope you guys had an amazing weekend. And hope you guys reset that mental capital. Because we're going to get our bamboo today. We're getting our bamboo this week. It's a new week. New week of trading. Starting all over. Let's go, baby. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome. Derek Drieger, Health and Fitness. Thanks for becoming members. Hope you enjoy your green name. Hope you enjoy your two-legged pullback badge as it forms over time. Hope you guys enjoy your panda emoticons. And best of all, enjoy access to the pre-market show. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Kringle. Good morning. I'm about 99% healed from COVID. And Mrs. Panda got it from me, but her symptoms were way more mild, and I'm just thinking maybe I was just man colding. I was just being a baby, but she got over it pretty quick, which was nice. The worst part about COVID is not even the sickness; it's about having to quarantine and having to essentially be locked up, jailed up in your own house, which is terrible. One second. So some of the members are coming over to our mainstream, and we just finished our pre-market show where we went over the option trades and also account balances. So if you guys are interested in following me like on my journey instead of just following me on my daily P&Ls, then you guys can become members, and they're a lot more intimate, a lot more personal, a lot disclose a lot more in terms of what is happening with my actual Apex accounts. But other than that, here we get the daily P&Ls, and we are trading Apex accounts right now, and we're using Apex to hopefully one day, you know, hopefully one day maybe become full-time traders. Who knows? Who knows? That'll be the dream. That's the dream. And yeah, so for the members, thanks for following along and joining me on my journey. But for the mainstream, we'll just stick with the daily P&Ls here. Pandas, 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 pandas. Good morning. We got about 10 more minutes to the market open, and after that 3-day weekend, hopefully you guys are feeling much better here. Something interesting happens. Let's do our pre-market analysis here. I think the most telling thing is definitely on the daily chart. Two-legged pullback trap under the 20 MA. I mean, price action works in any time frame. So you had this two-legged pullback and a small second entry, right? Only about like 5 points, about 4 points, and then reverses, breaks below previous candle's low. Now we got a trap trade. This is a full-blown reversal right now, pandas. And I am not expecting for this trend line to hold here from these two pivots. I am not expecting this trend line to hold. I'm expecting to come back to the bottom of the trading range right here. And that's because we have a reversal pattern. Funny that I kept this purple line here because that was 2 times this risk, or this is basically this risk. If you guys remember, I had a target for this and we just doubled that up, and basically what ends up happening is we doubled this breakdown bar and a measure moved from there to here, and that's exactly where we bounced off of. And so it might be bouncing off there, who knows. But when that trap triggers here, it's very similar to this situation when we had a trap trigger here and it comes it has a big push down, right? It has a little push down, little bounce back, but then ultimately gets pushed down again. Creating this reversal with another leg down. And we had not only 4, we had 5 legs down before reversing. And so we could have something similar here. I'm expecting reversal because when reversals hit, especially on daily charts, this is a bona fide reversal right now. And whatever happens here, we could have another push down. That's what I'm expecting, because I'm expecting we're essentially in a downtrend now. So, and that's price action. I'm not, that's under the 20 MA, right? We basically have another kind of break of trend to new high. Right, we had this downtrend, then break of trend to new high, and now we made 2 legs down and a trap trade. And so we are in reversal city. And I'm thinking we're in reversal city until proven otherwise. And so basically what happened was we spike up and then we just reversed, and ever since then just been struggling to come back up. We do have some price action right here, and that was caused because of this channel. People thinking that we could ride this channel back up, but they were mistaken. We just got a lot of consolidation and finally makes a final drop here. So we come down and I marked that red line here. This red line is the same line as the purple line on the daily. I marked it here and we bounced off it pretty perfectly. And now we're coming back up in a very choppy manner. In my opinion, this is in an uptrend, but in a very choppy uptrend. Not a very strong uptrend in my opinion at all. So I'm thinking we could have a trading range here, but who knows? Who knows? We could have a trading range. We gotta let the market open and see what happens. Pandas, my pandas. Let me say good morning to a couple of my main streamers here. Kringle, good morning. Andrew Gray, good morning. Kevin Mack, good morning. Kylie Taylor from Algeria, good morning. Make sure you guys fill out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think it's going to be. Also, make sure you scalp that like button. Bo Palm, good morning. From Langley. Aaron Korn, good morning. Russell H. Do you know who you got COVID? I'm not sure if you're asking who gave me COVID or who I gave COVID to. I did not give it to anyone because I pretty much quarantined, and so I quarantined after a sus meeting I had with a friend of mine who was feeling a little under the weather, and so after we hung out with them, we quarantined. So pretty much didn't get anyone sick, but it is Omicron, and so that thing spreads like wildfire. Futures trader asks, when you get a chance, can you talk about Apex withdrawal limits? Sure. I mean, you can find all the information on their website. They actually have pretty good frequently asked questions, and so they answer a lot of these questions. They have actually a lot of good content in terms of that. So I think if you want to know all the information, check it out. It depends on which account you have. Let's say you have every account's different, and it's pretty much yeah. So I don't know how the limits work. I don't know how they calculate it, but basically, with the 300K account, your max withdrawal limit is 3,500 for the first three withdrawals, and those are spaced out. So the first withdrawal has to happen after 25 trading days. The second withdrawal has to happen minimum 10 trading days, and basically you can only ask for requests once a month, and so you gotta wait for another month basically for the next 3,500, and then for the next 3,500 you can pull out a month after that again, because you can only request once a month and minimum 10 trading days, and after that I believe it's unlimited, still once a month, but you can ask for as much as you want. Roberto Aku asks, do you have any book recommendations? I always recommend Mac from Price Action Trading System and also Al Brooks. Mac from Price Action Trading System, I think, obviously it's less material, but some people like that. Some people like to keep it as simple as possible, but some people like to go all into the nitty gritty details. If you're that kind of person, then you gotta get Al Brooks. But I recommend both, always recommend both, and I do this freely. I don't get any affiliate money from them. I do this freely, so it's free marketing for them. I just love them both. By the way, neither of them had created a two-legged pullback. Two-legged pullback has been around since the beginning of trading, but they tried to create like a system around it. So Rainier Molina asks the most random question: do you play Counter-Strike? I actually don't play Counter-Strike. I play Warzone a little bit with a couple friends, but I'm actually I'm actually trash. I'm actually so trash. But still very fun game to play with friends. And that's why I play it. Pandas, my pandas. Let's get our bamboo today. Market's about to open in 2 minutes, and right now, what I see here is a break of trend to new high with an L4, and then this is probably reversal here, and we have break of trend to new. We need a new low, but it's currently creating a triple bottom, but we need to break this low here. That's what we're trying to do right now. Let me draw the trend lines here. So you got break of trend to new high, right? And that new high was created by L4 setup. L4, right? Now you're going down trend, break of trend, double top, reverse with a trap, and now we have our two pushes down. We're still looking for a new low here before thinking about going long. Higher time frames. We're under the 20 EMA. Looking for that new low soon. Trading range indicators marking trading range here for us, but we'll see. We'll see. It is very choppy. Like I will say, all of this is very choppy still, and even this is very choppy to trade. But market's about to open in 1 minute here. I think we're in a downtrend though. Higher time frames. In my opinion, this is basically breakup trend here. It actually, wow, doesn't even break above. Break a trend, right, and looking for a new low. That's what we're looking for now on the higher time frames. So we're probably gonna go under this red line here sooner or later, I think. All right, Pandas, market just opened. Let's get our bamboo. Let's stay patient. Another push down. There's our new low. There's a new low from this break of trend. But we're still thinking we are in a downtrend until we get a reversal pattern or trade clearly above the 20 EMA. We are in a downtrend though right now. And this downtrend has yet to be broken. In fact, let's create a channel here. Big push down here. Pandas, my pandas, welcome to the stream. Glad that you guys can join us. Pushing down hard, just watching this. Pushing down hard. No trades for us, no sells for us whatsoever right now. Breaking below our channel now, signifying very strong downtrend. Ooh, this could be bad, Pandas. We got a trap trade here. Gonna skip it though. It's too far away from the 20 MA. We do have a trap setting up, but too far from the 20 MA here. Trap does trigger. It's too far from 20 EMA though for me. Finding some consolidation here. We've got like 4 overlapping bars. As you can see, the trading range indicators automatically saying, okay, we might be turning into a trading range now. Too many overlapping bars. Do break above here. I'm very tempted to take this second entry short though.
10,000 tick second entry.
I'm gonna try and time this here. I want to take a second entry short here. It's a little far away from the 20 MA, but I like the fact that we're in such a strong downtrend right now. But multiple overlapping bars here. We're gonna try to take the second entry short here. Strong push up, another push up. Currently creating In my mind, I kind of like that, the fact that it's getting closer to 20 MA. Let me try to get a point here. Just because we're such a strong downtrend, I'm going to try to take any short here. But so many overlapping bars at the moment. Actually, I can't take this. Too many overlapping bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 overlapping bars in a row. I'm gonna sit on my pause. Even though that it's a second entry short, it's just too many overlapping bars, and it's scary for me to take. Too many overlapping bars for me. It's just too choppy. Too choppy. Ends up giving you the scalp anyways, but scary trade. The only thing you have for you is a very strong downtrend, but it was just too choppy. Too choppy for me. Too choppy. Too choppy. Strong push down. We do break. We do make a new low, as mentioned. Right? Now the 10K. I had to break a trend to new low. That's what's happening with the 10K chart. Our 5-minute chart. Strong bear trend ending on its low. Strong bear bar ending on its low. Trend bar. I would have been able to scalp out there, but too many overlapping bars at that point, and it's just a little too scary. Little too scary. But it is coming from a strong downtrend, and so still pushing down. We have made that new low now. CBS, why not take the scalp under the formation here? Saying that, why not just scalp out right there? You could. You could. But we trade only one single setup, the two-legged pullback, and that's not a two-legged pullback. This is a trap trade here. Trap trade makes a point. Super strong downtrend. No entries for me. I need it to get closer to the 20 MA. Trying to create a trend line here, but hard to come up with one. It's because it's a curling downwards. Usually these have very strong bounces back though. When it starts to trap like this multiple times, it usually has a very strong bounce back. We're hitting our trend line. I don't think this trend line is going to hold. As I said, this trap trade is very strong. Still thinking downtrend. I'm not thinking to go long at all, but no setups. We had one two-legged pullback here, and this trap kind of failing. Should push harder. Creating a bunch of gaps still. As you see, there's a gap here to here.
Tick second entry.
10,000 tick second entry. That means there's a second entry forming here on a 10,000 tick chart. And this could bounce back here. We could get a reversal here, but we're going to sit on our pause. I'm not taking that. I'll take a trap on a 10K chart, but I'm not going to take the second entry long if it does trigger. So that alert is given to us with the indicator saying that there is an upcoming
10,000 tick second entry.
Second entry coming, right? The second entry is coming up soon, which is nice to know, right? Which is really nice to know. Right? You got a second entry forming, you want to know, especially on the higher time frames. Right? High probability scalp here, but we're going to skip it and we're going to actually take a reversal if there is one. So that second entry on the 10,000 tick chart already scalps out, gives us a scalp. It's less than 2 points though. It's right at 2 points. And the thing is, the reason why I say 2 points is because oftentimes people want 2-point scalps on the 10,000 tick because of how big the risk is, right? The risk is usually larger on the 10,000 tick. So people typically want 2 points from that, and they did not get their 2 points. You can change the setting to make the trap 2 points large, so you can see that this will still be a trap, but I just keep it on 1 point. And I just calculate myself. A slight push up here. We have made that break of trend to new low, right? And we could be reversing here, but hard to say. I mean, the downtrend still looks very strong, in my opinion. We have an overshoot on this side. Thinking we can at least touch it here, maybe get overshoot on the other side. This is a two-legged pullback forming here for us on this downtrend. But no joy. It needs to trigger that second pullback. That second pullback did not trigger, and it just pushed down. Pushed down without us, unfortunately. Missed that trade. And essentially it was a trap on the 10K chart, right? Doesn't give you 2 points, and essentially traps on the other side here. It gives us a trap to the downside on the 10K chart. Right? Failed reversal. Pandas, my pandas. Strong push up here. We could get a reversal here. Strong bull bar ending on its high. You could get a reversal here. That's a pretty strong bull bar. And the 10K chart also reversing, right? Strong bear bar, strong bull bar. Trading range. That's what you're thinking. First break of trend, in my opinion, right? This is the trend line. First break of trend here. That means we're actually looking for a new low, surprisingly. You may not think so because of how strong this reversal is, but we actually technically should be looking for a new low here. That's a first break of trend, in my opinion. Looking for one more push up here. It needs one more push up, right, for a two-legged pullback. There's that one more push up. Because of how strong the bull bar is on the 10K chart, not gonna reverse this. I'm not gonna take that second entry short. In fact, look at how many bull bars we have in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus a gap, right? Breakout bar, follow through. You're thinking this could be a reversal here on the 2K chart. But even so, no entries for us, unfortunately. You could take this higher low, perhaps. Big push up here. You're thinking uptrend now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bull bars in a row. You're definitely not taking that. You might take a trap off of that. But I'm sitting on my pause. Even if this traps out, I'm gonna sit on my pause here. I'll almost take a failed trap here if it happens. The reason why I think we're still in a downtrend is because we're waiting for a new low here. And I'm not gonna go long here when I'm thinking we're gonna make one more new low. And so this might trap out far away from 20 MA, and if it traps out, it might give us a real reversal here. But we'll see. It does give us a trap. But as I said, I'm sitting on my pause here. So I'm looking for that new low still. And if it's new low, I'm not looking to trap out on the other side here to go long. It's a failed trap. very good high entry to go short here. Look for a scalp to the short side. Reversal here for that new low. Looking for that new low now. That's why that trap is tricky, right? Not all traps are created equal. Traps themselves are good setups, but when a trap happens with a first breaker trend, you gotta be patient, and you would have just lost money right there if you try to take that trap. In fact, I'll take a trap to the other side if possible. All right, we do have a two-legged pullback forming here. A, B, C. If we get a trap here, I'm looking to go short now. Looking for that new low still, pandas. Attaching it. Trap still here. Still in Trap City. Still in Trap City. Attach it to the indicator here. Looking to go short. Trap, looking for the trap because we're looking for that new low still, and this trap failing makes me think we're gonna have another push down, but who knows, I might get hit here, and two traps in a row failing like that, boom boom, tricky, that does happen. Looks like we're gonna get scalped out though. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Runner gets stopped out, but it's all good, pandas. Let's go, baby. That trap fails to reverse. Now we could actually get another push up, but who knows? This is getting tricky, right? These traps are failing here, and when you got traps that fail like that, boom, boom, back to back, tricky. Looking for that new low still, so. Easy peasy, easy money. Up 162. That trap does trigger to go lower, and that scalps immediately there. But this is an H4 setup now. You got an H4 setup, or 4 pushes down, but terrible signal bar. Looking for that new low still. Typically, if you guys watched my Friday review, I've learned my lesson with H4s. The only way I'll take this H4 is if I get a big push up and a two-legged pullback, or I get a nice reversal pattern. But naked H4s, L4s, I don't take anymore. I got burned. I got burned on Friday because of that. And yeah, so I'm sitting on my paws now. I'm really patient with those H4, L4 reversals. So looking for that new low, pandas, and like I mentioned, it was hard to believe that we'll get a new low, but for me that was first breaker trend, and we're looking for that new low now. I mean, it's gonna attempt to make a new low, and it might only go this far, who knows, but it's trying to make that new low. In fact, there's still a gap here, which is incredible. If this gap stands, right, let me use the square tool here. If we get a gap here and it lasts, that's a pretty strong sign that we're going to reverse here, but it looks like we're trying to make a new low still. I could be wrong. Looks like it's trying to trap again. And like I said, I'm not gonna take naked H4, H5s, but we do have this. Oh, okay. So that gap just filled. You see that gap just filling, pandas? Right, this high to this low just filled. It just filled on us. I feel like it's gonna break through it, but if we start to reverse here, get a couple pushes up, then I know this is a strong uptrend. But who knows? Just waiting. In my opinion, it makes sense to make a new low here. That many red bars in a row. attempts to make a new low again, and actually starting to reverse here. Fills that gap. Ah, man, I'm just sitting on my paws here, pandas. I'm just waiting for this price action to play itself out because it's a little confusing. As in, we're basically making a trading range. We potentially could be making a trading range right now, and it could be formed by this double bottom. Just waiting though. I have no setups. Almost looking for a long trade somewhere here. But it has to happen after a big push up, like clearly above the 20 MA. You know, we need a good reversal setup here. But who knows? Even that can fail, especially on super strong downtrends. Like, I think this downtrend is still very strong, but I mean, we do have a minor reversal. Typically, after minor reversals, we look for the major reversal. Let's see what happens here. Does it still want that new low is the question. Getting choppy, as you can see here, right? 4 overlapping bars in a row. You sit on your pause. You're sitting on your pause right now. Your ears should perk up and should be like, are we turning to a trading range, right? We're not as strong as we were over here. We are starting to consolidate. Plus a big push up, big push back down, but no follow through. So we're at the bottom of the trading range essentially, and it could break below. Who knows? Multiple overlapping bars just sitting on our pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 overlapping bars. Right, big push down, but still hard to have entered a trade here, in my opinion. Finally, do make that new low. Amazing, right, pandas? when this was going up, and I said, hey, we're probably still looking for a new low. You guys are probably wondering, this panda is crazy, but there it is. There's our new low. Now we're in a place we could reverse, but hard to say because if the downtrend is very strong, you know. But I think 1, 2, 3 traps in a row. Regardless of what it is, I gotta wait for a good push up above the 20 MA before going long here. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, pandas, my pandas, welcome to the stream. If you guys are just rolling in. Staying patient here. No trades for us. Right? These are all first entries, as you can see. These are all light red, right? Or pink, right? We'll call it pink. All light red. None of them are dark red. Now here's our first two-legged pullback to the short side. After making a new low though, so you're wondering, you know, should we take the second entry short? And conventions would say you should not take it, but we're below the 20 MA, still on a downtrend, and you know, price action will say we're actually looking for a reversal here, but with super strong downtrend, you might not get a reversal. We'll see. There's a two-legged pullback, terrible signal bar. We are getting a reversal set up here below the 20 MA, however. Below the 20 MA. It is a reversal setup, but it's below the 20 MA. And reversal's still there, pandas. Reversal does trigger and gives us a scalp below the 20 MA though. I'm looking to go long now if I can find a good long, but you know, that's why we didn't take that second entry short. Right now, all second entry shorts are created equal, right? You have all this chop, you have that new low, and now you have that reversal setup actually hitting. So many of you guys are probably thinking, if this scalps out, panda is dumb, but it doesn't matter. As many times as that might work out, right? It doesn't matter because it's a bad trade. It's a bad trade, and so it's all good. You know, if you took that trade, then you know, you just have to recognize that when we make that new low, you're actually switching gears and thinking, going long. So it's hard to right? At the time when you're like, man, I'm gonna miss out my opportunity here as a second entry, pick what you trade. But on the other side, that was a way higher probability. But the problem is below the 20 MA, so we cannot expect for that reversal to really go far. But now, once we get proof of a reversal going far, right? I want a two-legged pullback to go long, right? I want a second entry long here if I can find it. But we have to wait for. We need to wait for the price action. We need to wait for it to come to us. Carl ties with the high. Hi. See you later, Peter Cho. He said he definitely made his bamboo today. Let's go, baby. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning to my pandas here. Mike Richardson, good morning. Would you fancy that? It's the top of the trading range. Strong push down. Downtrend might be continuing here. Who knows? Who knows? You're actually expecting one more push down at this point. Okay. Another push down. Surprising, surprising. It's creating a trading range at this point right here. Am I thinking it's going to be a downtrend? I just don't know, pandas. It's hard to say. Right? When you're confused like this, it's just hard to say, to know which way it's going to go. Pandas, my pandas. Getting that second push down. I mean, it looks like it wants to break really hard to the downside. It looks like it wants to keep breaking down. I mean, this looks like a strong downtrend. I mean, if we trap here, I'm looking to go short, but other than that, I mean, we have no setup here. It looks like it wants to break this. It looks like it wants to break down here and make a new low, like a really strong new low. Potential measure move type new low, perhaps. But I will need a setup first. I'll take a trap to the short side here if we get it, but I doubt we're gonna get it if it does happen. If we break down, I doubt the market will give us a trap trade. Market's very stingy usually, and it won't give you a chance like that. So that's kind of where the FOMO starts to kick in. You're like, ah, I should just go short, which ends up does happen, breaking down a little bit here. All right, this trap fails to reverse. Doesn't go very far. Does reverse though, right? Does trap you out here. It's unfortunate for those who went short here. Happens later.
10,000 tick second entry.
$20 MA selecting as resistance. Yeah, I'm not looking to go long unless we have like a nice push above the 20 MA. Other than that, I don't think I can go long. I just feel like this trend is too strong. We do have a higher low setup here. But I want good signs that we are reversing before going long. And we make an outside bar reversal right there. So technically this is a second entry short. Technically it's a second entry short. If it does trigger. I guess technically it's not, but optically it is. Second entry short. The reason why I say that is because we have a hidden second entry here. A, B, C outside bar reversal. Next reversal will be second entry, but it doesn't matter because it does push up anyways. Maybe take a trap trade to the long side here. If we get a trap failed at second entry short here, now we're clearly above the 20 MA. If we get a trap here, I may go long. If we get a second entry short, or a failed second entry short here, I may go long, but market usually is not that stingy, but we'll see. Big push up, big push up. Big push down, no trap here. No trap here. But that is a failure potentially. Nope, disappeared. This trading range indicator marking for us. Not interested in any trade here. I don't have a trade, Pandas. I simply don't have a trade. That does break above here again. I just don't have a trade here though, Pandas. I don't. I needed some sort of fail second short. I need a two-legged pullback to the long side to go long. Don't have the setup right now. Just watching this. But very tricky, right? We are in a trading range right now, and who knows how long this trading range can last for. And like I mentioned, right, when we started to have these overlapping bars here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 overlapping bars, your ears should perk up, and you're like, huh, are we gonna have a trading range here? And lo and behold, we started creating trading range. Can I go long here? I don't know, Pandas. If this is a trading range, I've got to go short actually to the bottom here, but there's an outside bar reversal. Man, that's nasty. 2 outside bar reversals. 1, 1. Oh boy, hard to trade that. Does give you a trap trade here. Not sure, right? You're in the middle of that trading range. Hard to say which side this is gonna end up on. Almost want to go long here, but I'm sitting on my pause. Break a trend. Still looking for a new high here. This trading range is very small, so it's very difficult to trade in my opinion. Right, with the trading range this small, it's very hard unless you just have like limited orders from the top to the bottom, right? Top to the bottom and back to the top maybe here. Absolutely incredible how choppy we just got. Strong downtrend, right? Typically doesn't have a straight up reversal. We'll turn to some sort of trading range like this before deciding which way it wants to go. It might be one of those where I just trade like 2 contracts above and below. Just keep bouncing off between these two points here. Hits the bottom of the trading range. Could come back to the top, but yeah, I mean, I think we're in a trading range here. We are in a trading range. I could try to fade this. Outside bar reversal. Outside bar reversal here. Outside bar reversal here. Okay, so many outside bar reversals. Tricky, tricky. Pandas, if you guys are just joining, I'm Buy Money. Welcome to the stream. Here we trade 100% risk-free trading using Apex funded traders. And if you don't know what that is, it's a prop firm. And so we get free, not free, but you get a, you get to qualify for a $300,000 account if you can pass an evaluation. That's what we're doing here. And if you can pass that evaluation, they fund you $300,000. And so with that, you're trading someone else's money. And so with just a small, $300 initial capital, right, when you just try to pass the evaluation, you have potential to trade a $300,000 account. And so that's what we're trying to do. Pandas, my pandas. If you're interested in 100% risk-free trading as well, then you can check out the link in the pinned message. Also, on the bottom of the screen, you can see that there is a coupon for 50% off. Yes, I have my own coupon, BBM50, and so if you use that, you get 50% off. So please, if you're interested in this, use that coupon. It's for you guys. Just watching, no setups here. Now we're too far up, right? We don't have a good setup here. Also, we trade pure price action on this stream. So what we're gonna see here is, we don't have any indicators other than those that help us with price action. We trade only the two-legged pullback. Sorry, I'm still recovering a little bit. I have a lingering cough. This cough is lingering. It just like comes out of nowhere. But yeah, if you are following along, then you know that we only trade one single setup, the two-legged pullback. We do that to keep things simple as possible on the stream. We trade only one single instrument, the ES, the emini, S&P futures, and so we are keeping things as simple as possible. And so pandas, with the two-legged pullback. If you want more details about the setup, you can look at the playlist, right? But essentially, it's a setup that looks like this. This is 2 pushes down, 2 pushes up, and we find this setup, very simple setup, two-legged pullback, in key areas. For more information, there's playlists in the description below. But right now, the reason why I don't just draw all those out is because we have an indicator here that automatically finds all second entries for us, and so it helps us with alerts. It helps us with automated strategies. It helps us with studying, helps us keep count of all legs to know if we have higher lows, lower highs. Helps us with a bunch of things. And if you're interested in the indicator, the trading range indicator as well, using pure price action to find trading ranges. If you're interested in either of these indicators, you can go to the official website at www.twoleggedpullback.com. We do have a trap trade here, pandas, but we've been so choppy. Very hard to take a breakout, in my opinion. Very difficult. In fact, you probably take the reversal of this breakout because you just don't know. You simply don't know. Like, it is reversing here, and that's a risk you might want to take, but very difficult to take because we've been in a trading range for so long. We're thinking, right, any breakout will be a failed breakout, but this looks like a nice breakout right here. Nice reversal. And I can say now we might be in an uptrend. We could be looking for a double top here of some sorts. Coming back up here. But like I said, very hard to take that in my opinion because we've been in a trading range. And so if this breakout could break out and then reverse back into our trading range. In fact, this could reverse all the way back into our trading range still. But according to the trading range indicator, the trading range is already broken. Right, this push was too strong. As in, basically, you already doubled the trading range, and so if you traded that breakout, you already came out with your profits. But if you were going to take a breakout, that is a breakout setup you want to take, the trap trade. How do I know it's a trap? Well, magenta box. But not only that, I'll draw it out for you guys. A, B, C, A fails. Reverses, right? Makes less than a point on that second entry. Right, this is a two-legged pullback, right? Thinking you come back to the bottom here, but instead reverses and boom, gives you a nice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points right there. But the main problem is because we've been in this trading range for so long, it's hard for me to take that trap, in my opinion. We could also see it this way. Break a trend to new high. But what we're creating here now are gaps. So with gaps, I'm a little more hesitant to trade. Counter to that because of these gaps here showing us the strength of the bulls. Again, gaps. What are gaps? Gaps, according to Al Brooks, is when you have a breakout bar like this, there's usually a gap between where you would enter the trade right here and the pivot low. And so the pivot low, there's a gap here. There's a space between that high, the breakout bar, right? That's a bar before the breakout bar, signal bar, and then this low. And so you have some nice, right? You have another gap here, right? From this breakout to this pivot low, there's a gap here showing us strength of the bulls. In fact, making a new high here. Absolutely incredible. Right? No entries for us. Showing us the strength of those. There's no gap here. Does push up, getting to our potential double top here. If you look at the 10K chart, pandas, you're going to be shocked because a 10K is just one big trading range. The 10K already recognizes this trading range and just bounce off from the bottom, maybe back to the top. 10K already recognized it. 5K, 5 pushes down. Let me reset that. 5 pushes down, then reverses. Coming back to 20 MA here. Just sitting on my pause. I got no setups though. Right, with this gap here and another gap here, pandas, you can see, right, all these gaps forming. In fact, this is a small gap here. This is the actual gap. That's the gap right there. But we're still creating gaps, showing strong uptrend. Right, this is a bona fide reversal, big push up. Boom, big push up with that trap. We're coming back to the top of the trading range on the 10K chart. That's what we want. Trading range indicator on 10K, beautiful. Coming to the 204 SMA. Looking for a long opportunity here, right? But it still hasn't come to us. We need a nice long opportunity if we can get it. Big push up here. Not looking for this trap. Not interested in this trap. Way too far from 20 MA. Just way overextended to take the trap here. But for those who are brave, may take this trap. Plus is at the 240 SMA, hitting its head. So thoughts and prayers to those who took this trap. Thoughts and prayers. Trap failed. Strong uptrend. Trap should not fail on all strong uptrends. Trap should not fail. Could be showing signs of weakening here. Right, for those who took that trap, just got stopped out.
10,000 tick second entry.
10,000 tick chart, making a second entry short soon. A, B, C clearly above the 20 MA. Hard to take that short. Terrible signal bar at the moment as well. Right, we have all these gaps here. Still, these gaps are here. Very strong uptrend. Still looking to go long if I can get it. Especially if this gap doesn't fill here. I'll take a long. But I need a second entry. No second entry is given to us at the moment. $10K chart triggering the second entry. Terrible signal bar. $10K does give you a scalp. Strong reversal. Right, this gap here, like I mentioned, Let's see if it stands. Let's see how long it lasts. Gap fills and turns to a, right, goes beyond it, breaks through it. So hard to go long now, right? It's confusing. Hard to go long now when you have this big of a downtrend. Very hard in my opinion. In fact, you're looking for another leg down on this downtrend. The 5-minute chart simply hits a 20 EMA. It could bounce off of it. 10,000 tick chart, right? Makes a nice couple points on a terrible signal bar. Makes that many points. Interesting. We should not be making points like that on a bad signal bar on the 10K chart. Shooting for this gap now. Gap here wants to fill. Has not filled yet. Currently making a double bottom. So you're asking yourself this question: are you in an uptrend or are you in a downtrend? That's a good question to ask right now. You got to ask the question: what market cycle are you in? I think we're still in a strong uptrend because we have this gap still here hasn't filled, and we're getting a nice push up here. So we're looking for a new high. but need the setup. If the second entry long triggers above the 20 MA, I'll consider taking it. We have another push down. A decent signal bar to go long here. Because we still have this gap here, so I'm thinking we're still pretty strong going up. We're below the 20 MA. Strong push up here. See if we can get a second entry long. Signal bar is not the best. That is not the best signal bar. But we're bouncing off this gap here. Sitting on my pause. I didn't like that signal bar. But the fact that we didn't feel that gap and we bounced off of it like that made me feel like we could go up. Which we end up scalping out right there. But it's just the signal bar was not good. I mean, you got that little wick here. I didn't like it. Especially on like a semi-suspect trade. This strong downtrend. Does give us a nice push up though. But the fact that gap didn't fill yet makes me feel like we're still in an uptrend. Until that gap fills, I don't... Yeah. Yeah, that was a good trade. But unfortunately, I didn't like that signal bar. If we had a better signal bar, I would have taken that 100%. It's just that when that little wick appeared, it just turned into a less probable trade. I didn't like it. Pandas. It was a bull bar, right? But not a strong bull bar. I mean, it was a green bar, but didn't like how it looked. I did not like it. And maybe a lot of you guys took it, which is fine. But yeah, I just... want a better signal bar than that. I'll take a trap to the long side if we can get it. I'll take a trap to the long side. Right? With this gap not filling here, I'll take a trap here. If we get it, perfect scalp trap. Perfect scalp still. Perfect scalp trap. Perfect scalp gone. Absolute scalp made. Very tricky. Tricky. I mean, you're thinking strong uptrend and then just does that to you, right? Gives you a absolute scalp on the downside. Very tricky. Third push up. Either way, hard to trade. Right? I'm very confused. I don't know if we're in an uptrend or a downtrend.
10,000 tick second
Are we
entry.
in this downtrend right here? Will this break a trend, looking for a new low? Or are we in this uptrend, break a trend, making for a new high? 10K creates a nice second entry short, but terrible signal bar. It does trigger here. Second entry short. Makes a perfect scalp at the moment. I say terrible signal bar because it's basically a doji. Big push down. Feeling this gap now. Right, and you're alerted about that second entry on with the alert. So that's how I knew that second entry was happening. But right now you got break a trend to new low. Gap is most likely going to fill, but shockingly, there's still a little teeny weeny gap here. It's very small, but the gap is still there, amazingly. But I'm thinking one more push down. You're thinking two pushes down here. Right, we are on our first leg down. How I know that? It's because we have a 1 here. Right? If we had a 2, then I know we had 2 pushes down, but we only had 1 push down. Gap just filled right there. These gaps are all filling now. Tricky, right? Strong push up. You got that gap, and you had another strong push up, and then reverses on you, makes a new low with the two-legged pullback. This two-legged pullback forming here. Tricky. Let's see this gap. See how long this gap lasts for. Looks like I'm about to take that gap out now. This is the last gap we have. We need 2 pushes down to it. Right? It's hard to say. Like, are we in an uptrend or downtrend? Right now, downtrend. Currently. Right? Obviously, downtrend now. But hard to have taken this trade. Like, you're not thinking downtrend when you take this trade. You're thinking actually uptrend at this point. Getting that second push down, though. Trying to fill this last gap here. And this is by Al Brooks, by the way. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about when I say gaps, it's price action trading. Right? You have these gaps here created by the price action saying that there are traders here, right, who took this trade and could not even come back down to fill this, right, to fill any people who want to come out, break even or whatever. So you have all these trap traders here. That's why it's so strong. We got that second push down. This gap still lasts. How much longer can it last for? I have no idea. We do have a break a trend to new low. So you're looking for an uptrend, right? You're looking for a reversal somewhere around here. Essentially double top as well here, right? From this high. 240 SMA acting as a nice resistance at the moment. Hard to take that trade, right? Terrible signal bar. Hard to take this trade, terrible signal bar. Not terrible, but not the best. Can't go long here. We need signs of reversal before taking this. In fact, this trap might be a strong push down here. Almost want to take this trap here. But it's an outside bar reversal, pandas. That's why I skip it. That outside bar reversal, right? 2 reversals in 1 candle. Right? We're having so many outside bar reversals today. And, yeah, you know, that just shows signs of choppiness. Looking for signs of reversal trade here, if we can get it. Just sitting on my paws. Not much to see here. It's getting choppy, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars. Right? Small bodies, big wicks. It's getting choppy now. Hard to say what's going to happen here.
10,000 tick second entry.
That gap does not fill, pandas. We're still in an uptrend in my opinion. This trading range indicator, right, just expanded itself. Right, with the trading range from here to here. I would believe this trading range here as well. I believe this is viable trading range.
10,000 tick second entry.
10,000 tick chart, creating a second entry long. Makes an absolute scalp on its 10K instantly. The chart right now to trade, honestly, is a 10K chart. Right, zero traps on a 10K chart. Everything that you trade would have made a point at least minimum. 10K is the magic chart right now. Two-legged pullback forming on the 5-minute chart, pandas. We have a two-legged pullback forming on the 5-minute chart. ABC. A, B, C off the 20 EMA. Potentially. Strong push up. Mega push up, actually. Not much we can do here. Wow, this price action bouncing off the 240 SMA. I mean, making lower highs right now. Lower highs. Still, that gap has not been filled. Tricky, tricky. Looking for another push up, I'm guessing. You know, you're expecting at least a two-legged pullback. Right? At least a two-legged pullback here. Just no setups, in my opinion. I mean, when you see this, I don't see any good setups. Like, hard to say. I guess you could take this one's above the 20 MA. I'm not taking that. Especially first break a trend, looking for a new high. I'm not taking that trade. Hard day. Hard day to trade because the setups are not there. And like you're anticipating some setups, but they're just not happening. Right? Like hard to just take that long there, right? But funny that was a failed trap actually. And that might be the cause of that big push up. But still, right, when you're on a downtrend like this, hard to just go long, just to reverse that, but trading range. This gap still has not been filled, which is shocking to me. Essentially, it's a double bottom from here to here. Now, I'm not thinking we're going to have a big uptrend day today or anything, but I mean, look at the price action already. It looks like we're going to just have a trading range day in this trading range, right? From this high, right, to maybe might make a little higher high. I'm not sure how much higher it's going to go. So when you see this, are you thinking, are we in an uptrend or downtrend? Hard question to answer. Right? In my opinion, I think we're in an uptrend because we had this break of trend to new low and a strong reversal up. And we just need a setup though. But no setups, pandas, right? No second entries for us to go long. It's just the market's not giving us anything. You only take what the market gives you, and it's just not giving us anything right now. In terms of good setups. Push back up into the 240 SMA and probably the 5-minute 20 MA. Yep, 5-minute 20 MA also blocking us. Big bar here. Right, hard to take a trade here. You gotta take small contracts if you're gonna take that. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 8 points of risk. Goodness. Actually looking to go long here, pandas, if I can go long. Looking to go long here if I can. Right, bouncing on the bottom of the trading range. 240 SMA is acting as. I'm gonna go long here, pandas. Signal bar's not that good right now, though. Fortunately. So doji bar, another push down in this trade. Scalp's out. Not sure how long this runner is going to go for. Almost want to take out my whole position because I'm not sure how strong runners are going to be today. This looks like a strong runner. Sorry, I'm just focused on this runner, and yeah, like I said, I'm not sure how strong runners are going to be today. It did have a strong push up, thinking I could have a chance here, but that's unfortunate. I mean, I'm going to protect myself here. I mean, I ended up protecting myself, but I should have just came out with my entire position because I didn't think runners were going to last long today because of how choppy we were, but let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. We made that new high now. Getting our bamboo today, right? So we made that breakup trend to new high. I was really thinking about just taking that runner out and just taking a little bit, but when I saw the strong bull bar, I'm like, maybe there's a chance, maybe, right? Technically, there's a chance, maybe to the top of the trading range, and just reverses and just destroys us. Just absolutely just comes and murks our runner. Went out for assassination. Just assassinate our runner. I think we're in a strong downtrend now, pandas. I think that was a final push-up. We had the second entry short triggering on the 5-minute chart on literally one of the most ugly signal bars I've ever seen. But that is a second entry short, technically, pandas. ABC, second entry short, but a really terrible signal bar. Context, not that bad, actually. Off the 20 MA, right? Downtrend. And makes a perfect scalp on the 5-minute, and still just a perfect scalp on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, so I mean, even though my runner got stopped out, I put it one tick, plus break even, right? Break even plus one tick. So I'll still make a little teeny money, right? You make, basically one tick on one contract. It's not the most, but at least you don't lose money, right? Green is green. So, you can dream, but that's all that was. It was just a dream. And you wake up from your dream, but that got assassinated. Got sniped. Hunted down. I'm thinking downtrend now, pandas. I'm not looking to go long. I'm actually looking to go short if we can get a good short trade. Good short setup. Essentially, I want a second entry short if I can find it. Get rid of this red line here. There's too much noise on my chart. But pandas, how amazing is this gap? This gap is still here. I don't think it's gonna last that long though. I think it's gonna get taken out. I think personally, but as long as the gap is there, you're like, the bulls are still like, I have a chance. But I think market cycle wise, especially look at the higher time frames, it's very obvious. We're not in a trending day today. We're in a very trading range type price action here. Big wicks above and below, small bodies on the candles. So with knowing that information, we've got to trade accordingly. We cannot expect big trends today. And if there's a big trend, most likely it will be a bull or bear leg in a trading range. So think about sharp reversals happening. Now let's go, baby. Getting our bamboo today. So that's why I'm not even like swing trading right now, because I could maybe swing trade a trading range, but I don't know the trading range at the moment. In fact, we're coming back down to the bottom of this trading range here. We do have our second push down. I don't know. I don't know. Right, so many overlapping bars. 1, 2, 3, 4 overlapping bars in a row. All wicks, right? Small bodies. Hard to say which way this is gonna go. The immediate context is not a good setup right now. Potential trap trade to the short side though. So many overlapping bars, cannot take this trade, even though if it makes a huge, right, a huge swing trade here, doesn't matter. Bad setup. Too many overlapping bars. In fact, it's already reversing on you, and then, you know, thoughts and prayers to those who went short there. I mean, it could work out. Honestly, it could work out. I just don't know. It's too many overlapping bars, right? Right now, this is a small trading range. And typically in small trading ranges, you have, or any trading range, you have failed breakouts, failed breakdowns. Right now, this trading range looks like this. Right where the bodies are. Absolutely incredible. That's it. That's all you're getting right now. Hard to say what's going to happen here. You gotta let it resolve itself. The market is confused. You don't want to trade when the market's confused, because you'll be confused.
10,000 tick second entry.
Aid says, what's the plan for trading ranges, and what does it say to do? Follow the plan. Stick to the plan, pandas. Truly. Gotta fade trading ranges. But the problem is the trading range is difficult to identify right now. And they're too small. Like, there could be these micro trading ranges within the bigger trading range. Hard to say. Looks like we're aiming for this gap here. We're aiming for that gap. Ends up working out for you, right? For those who took the short here, ends up working out for you. You don't get stopped out, and you actually get that. You actually get your point. You get your scalp. Just have no idea. Kellyanne says skunked it. Sorry to hear that. In my opinion, good skunk. You know, as long as you didn't lose money, good skunk. You just don't know what's gonna happen. Too many overlapping bars. Might work for this time, but the next time it might not work out. Market wants to fill this gap, especially with this reversal setup. Could be a strong push down. The 5-minute ends up giving you the scalp on the worst signal bar I've ever seen, but it does give you the scalp regardless because of the context. This gap is still here. I can't believe it. It might get taken out here. Who knows? All right, gap. Time to meet your maker. Or not. Who knows? So choppy. No setups, no trades here. Could have this break a trend to new low here. We could reverse. Regardless, with the reversal, you need nice reversal setup. You need a higher low setup. You need something to trade off of. But this gap's about to meet its maker right here. Sorry, gap. Bye. Bye, gap. Bye-bye. No longer interested in that gap. It's been taken out. The 5-minute trading range, top to the bottom on the 5-minute. 10K still floating in the middle of it. Not sure if we're going to get up here. That'd be pretty amazing if we do, but we could. I mean, we're just in this trading range on a 10K chart. 2K chart, big trading range now as well. We might want to fade this, but as I mentioned like on Friday, I cannot take naked H4, L4 setups. The market cycle is trading range market cycle though. Terrible signal bar. The 5-minute is intriguing to me right now. Top of the trading range to the bottom of the trading range. Just watching. No setups whatsoever, Pandas. Like, we have no setups in all this. And that's the one bad thing about keeping things simple as possible. Right, when you trade only one single setup, you only can take what the market gives. I mean, we got 2 nice scalps today, which is fine. But, I mean, on setups that I liked, right? Setups that I liked. And, you know, and that's all I can take. Only take what the market gives you. Still on a downtrend. Could turn to a spike in channel of some sorts here. Higher low setup. Huh. Hard to say. Don't forget to use the coupon BBM50. Make sure you use that coupon if you're interested in Apex. I mean, like I said, we're just trading risk-free trading here, so it's all good. Push up, higher low setup here.
$10,000 tick second entry. $10,000 tick second entry.
What is happening here? Two times risk reward on that bar. That's crazy. Big push up, big push down. I mean, that's the kind of day we're having. Big push up, big push down. Which means trading range.
10,000 tick trap.
Trap setting up on the 10,000 tick chart. Outside bar reversal. Not interested. I'm interested in this trap trade to the long side. Gotta time this perfectly here. Jeez, can't even enter that trade. Too fast. Could not time that perfectly. And it's too late. It makes a scalp already. Too fast for me. Could not take that. I could not even enter that trade. It was just right when it ended, it just pushed up and triggered. Maybe I could have waited for this with a limit order, but I was not expecting it to be that fast. But scalps out right there on that trap to the long side. Right, fading this breakdown. Right, that trap was a good trade. But couldn't even enter it. Too fast. Way too fast for me. And that's the beauty of scalping. That's also part of scalping. You just don't know. The scalps happen so quick you can't even enter trades. That's a shame. A real shame right there. Been a nice little trade right there. Very good setup. I even tried to enter with a stop limit order. I couldn't even do it because right when the candle finished, I couldn't even place the order fast enough, and it just filled like 1 point scalped real quick. 240 SMA is acting like a strong resistance right now, making me think we're in a strong downtrend. Right, when you bounce off the 240 SMA this many times, you don't want to trade against it. All right, pandas. We got our 2 scalps today. We got our bamboo. 10:46. Fortunately, gotta end the stream. So pandas, I see you. I see the members tomorrow, bright and early, 9 a.m. pre-market show. I'll see the rest of you guys at 9:15 for the main stream. And trade safe, everyone. And as always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.